Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another edition of Ringo TV Reactions. We got another video here that we got to talk about. Situation, the rapper Lil Baby. Basically, what they're saying is there is an arrest warrant that pretty much confirms Atlanta rapper Lil Baby connection to boys' murders. And this just goes to show how the black community is just a place of violence. You know, there's no love. It's just death. That's all we know how to do. You know? I make these videos. I try to teach people the truth, but it's like nobody don't get it. So, a while back, Lil Baby pretty much did a video. He decides to do this music video thing. And he goes to the streets in Atlanta. Because, you know, you got to go to the hood. You got to go where the gangs are. Because you got to be gangster. But then, basically, it ends in death. Ain't that something? Now, this is what goes on in the black community. You know? Yeah, you're right. At a sower of seed, you're right. And this is FBA. Shaking my head. And these are the things that I try to bring awareness to when we do the content, because what I'm trying to find out is why is it that there's so much violence in the black community and nobody's really talking about those issues. Instead, we focusing on Ringo TV when people are actually dying. Like real people. Like in this situation, 2 13-year-olds pretty much was put to death, pretty much a blood sacrifice. And Lil Baby has a connection to these murders. So he may have to answer for these charges. It may have to, he's going to have to be held accountable for this one. But see, what I'm trying to figure out is why is it that the community is not, you know, making videos and talking about the fact that 2 13-year-olds were put to death trying to celebrate their birthday, and like nobody cares. You know, this is how it goes when we die. Nobody really cares about the black man. This is why I'm trying to figure out, like, see, when I do my videos and I ask, well, what does this particular group do for the black community? This is what I mean. It's like, okay, rappers go to the hood and then some young boys end up dead. But nobody got nothing to say. Right? Nobody got nothing to say. Now, we all know this is a blood sacrifice. Right? We all know this is a blood sacrifice. But to the people that hate me, right? To the people that want to crucify me and put me to death, this is exactly what I was trying to tell you. I was trying to ask the questions. If you have a movement, why nobody ain't focused on what the community is doing with the gangs, with the drugs, with the violence? What exactly is the solution to those problems? And this is why, as a people, we can't go nowhere. You got all these guys all over social media making videos about me. And you got 2 boys that was killed, shut down, because some damn rapper want to make a video in Atlanta. And now these 2 boys was a blood sacrifice, put to death. Let's hear what the news media got to say. Because a warrant pretty much confirms that Atlanta rapper Lil Baby has a connection to this murder. Let's go.
Police now blame the deaths of two Atlanta teens last summer on a violent street gang in our community. Good evening. Thanks so much for joining us for Fox 5 News at 5. I'm Tom Haynes.
I'm Courtney Bryant. Just hours ago, APD announced they now have charged 7 people with the murders. Fox 5's Tyler Fingert is live at Atlanta Police Headquarters to tell us what we're finding out. Tyler?
Yeah, Courtney, good evening to you. Investigators say two 13-year-olds were innocent victims caught in a gang retaliation shooting while celebrating a birthday.
The overall theme of this case is grown men playing gangster.
Atlanta police say these are the innocent faces of gang violence in Atlanta. Two of them, 13-year-old boys Jacody Davis and Lamond Freeman, were killed. And 11-year-old Dontavius Davis was wounded last July in a shooting on Spark Street. APD says Freeman was killed on his 13th birthday.
Lamont Freeman was allowed to be a 13-year-old for 27 minutes before gang violence ultimately took his life.
During an afternoon news conference, investigators blamed the deadly shooting on a local rapper. They said the attack was in retaliation for the rapper entering a rival gang's territory to film a music video.
In the subsequent days, we saw homicides and shootings, and ultimately the deaths of 2 children as a result of his cowardly actions, and you know who you are.
Authorities say a high-ranking member of the Goodfellas gang who was incarcerated orchestrated the attack using a smuggled cell phone. Following those instructions, the suspects opened fire at an apartment complex where the 3 young teens were gathered to celebrate Freeman's birthday. Police say they weren't the targets.
These kids were innocent victims. So when we talk about the gang involvement, these 2 13-year-olds and this 11-year-old, they didn't have a gang involvement.
Those arrested were identified as Keontae Sanders, Richard Hollis, Reginald Thomas, DeKeithion Mobley, Marcus Crawford, Tradon Crawford, and Allie Caldwell. The final 2 were arrested Tuesday. Police had some tough talk for those responsible.
Goodfellas Criminal Street Gang being one of the most hyper-violent gangs in the city of Atlanta, and we will pursue you relentlessly in making sure that we keep this city safe and suppressing violence.
And the investigation continues. There is a $50,000 reward for information about this case. We're live in downtown Atlanta tonight. Tyler Fingert, Fox 5 News.
Good to know police are finally getting some answers. Tyler, thanks.
Now think about this, gang. You got 2, I believe possibly 3, killed. And all of these young boys, they're all underage, trying to get their life started. But you got ninjas, fam. Check it out. Let me go right to it. Check this out, fam. These young boys had their whole life ahead of them, and pretty much they weren't even the target. See, you don't got to worry about the white man. It's the black man that's the killer. You understand? Some young boys just having fun, celebrating a birthday. When we were young, we used to just mess around, have fun, get a slice of pizza, play video games. You know how that go. But their life was taken away because some damn demons from the hood decide, they want to kill. And this is what goes on all the time in the black community. Look at these damn animals. But yet Ninjas is on social media talking about Ringo TV. But who are those guys? Who are those murderers? Who are they? They're in America, right? And I can guarantee you they're foundational black Americans. And look at what they did. So before we start focusing on all the other petty stuff, we got to focus on the real issues. We have a lot of work to do. So to all the groups that are out here wasting their time being emotional, what I try to bring forth to the viewer is the real issues. These killers, these animals that you see on the screen, murdered some young boys that was innocent. So I want to know, where is FBA concerning this situation? Where's the videos? Where's the talk? Where's the commentary? What are we going to do to solve these problems? That's what I want to know. Because this is the toxic poison that is in the black community. This kind of stuff. Look at all those guys on the screen. Do they look like men of honor? No, they look like they belong in prison. So I want to know, where is Tariq Nasheed? Where is Tariq and all the other people all over social media that hate me? Why you ain't talking about this? Why you ain't talking about the foundational black Americans that are in America killing our people every day? Where is New Breed to talk about these teen boys that was killed by foundational black Americans? Could anybody explain this to me? Because for some reason, everybody keep getting mad at me, but I'm bringing awareness to real issues. I'm not no murderer. Unless you try to come deal with my family, try to come with some sort of harm, then I'm gonna have to do what I gotta do. But I'll be justified. But I don't go outside trying to kill innocent kids. These men are gang members, killers. And also, not only him, not only these men, but also Lil Baby is connected to it. Because he probably was putting out a blood sacrifice for a video, because they always killing. Anytime they do music, somebody gotta die. You know? It's sad, man. Every single time in the black community, these monsters are killing our kids. They celebrating a birthday. They weren't even 13 for 20 plus minutes and already dead. Just turned teenagers and you're dead already. I want to know, where are all the people that got negative things to say about me? I want to know why you not addressing this issue. Why all that energy is put into making videos about Ringo, but you not going down to Atlanta to talk to the streets of these killers, these drug dealers and animals that are killing the kids? Why? Look at their faces. Do they look like men of truth? Do they look like godly men? Look at these monsters. Look at their faces. Look at them, man. All they care about is killing. New Breed, you in Atlanta. You can take a drive and go see those kids' parents and speak to them. Why don't you go do it? Why you ain't in the streets addressing the crime in Atlanta, all the violence and the gangs, since you FBA now? Since you now are FBA, why don't you go to the streets and speak to the foundational black Americans on why they killing the kids. If all of you YouTubers are so-called foundational black Americans and you care about the liberation of your people, of your lineage, go down to Atlanta and go down to the streets and talk to the people. I don't see you. I don't see you down there. If you got so much love and you have so much power to produce change, why don't you change the crime rate in Atlanta? Because Lil Baby is in trouble. We know that already. We're going to talk about him in a minute. Because these young boys that were killed was a blood sacrifice. And now he going to probably get caught up. And if you notice, the police officer called Lil Baby a coward. He called him a coward. I don't know if y'all peeped that. Ain't that something? The cop called Lil Baby a coward because he's supposed to be behind bars. How you gonna go down to an environment where the gangs are at to shoot a video, knowing good and well some bloodshed gonna have to go? Somebody gotta die. And this is what happens anytime you're in a predominantly black community. There's no love there. There is no love in the black community. There is none. No kids are safe. You go to the white community, you can see the white kids playing outside, having fun. They can ride around on a four-wheeler and have fun. They can play hide and go seek. But when you go to the hood, the ninjas are out. The ninjas are shooting every day. He went out there to shoot a music video, and the ninjas decided to shoot some kids. They decided to shoot somebody's babies. So where is FBA concerning this situation? Where are all the loudmouth content creators to speak about this situation? Where are all of you men to go down to them streets in Atlanta and demand justice for these kids that were murdered? Where's their reparations? Where's the justice for the young boys that died? Where is it? I mean, think about this, fam. These monsters that you see on the screen, you don't see the devil? Look at each of their faces, dog. You can see the devil on their face. You can see that these men never had God in their life. Never. And those be the kind of animals that people be talking about. Oh, free so-and-so. Free my so-called relative. Free that person. No. These kind of men belong in prison. We talk about, oh, why they build all these prisons? Because we got ninjas. We got ninjas out here that are not civilized. Imagine you got your gang violence and you shooting your gun and you don't even have the target on. You don't even know who you shooting and you shoot kids. So I want to know, what is FBA going to talk about regarding this? Are you going to continue to waste your time focusing on me? I ain't killing no kids. But these so-called foundational black Americans that you see on the screen right there, because they down there in Atlanta, hot Atlanta, killing kids. Now, where's the outrage now? Where's the outrage for black men that kill kids? Where is it? Shout out to Dr. Ray Rays for the support. And Trending with Sharice for the support. Where's the outrage? Where the videos? Who's gonna go to their mama and bring flowers? Who gonna put something on the GoFundMe? Who gonna help them? Who gonna help mama out? Cause she had to bury her kids. Did you FBAs help mama? Did y'all send mama something? Or did you just ignore it to focus on social media nonsense when the real issues are in the streets? Real kids are dying every day. Most of these deaths are not even being reported. Look at these animals. Look at these faces. Do you think I trust them? When I look at them damn monsters, do you think I trust them? No. They need to be put to rest. Look at these faces. Do that look like a kind brother that you would want to be with your daughter? No. Look at these men. Come on. You gotta be bugging out, man. But you telling me that those are my people? Them animals are my people? And I'm not supposed to say nothing? Are you kidding me? No, my job is to call out all enemies, foreign and domestic. That's right. We got enemies that are foreign and domestic. But no, they don't want to do that. They don't want to focus on real issues. They don't want to hold people accountable. All this gang violence, all this mess in the black community. You can't even send your kids outside to play no more. You got brothers and sisters trying to move out the hood because they can't even let their kids go outside to ride their bikes. When we were coming up, we were able to go outside and ride our bikes. We could go out when it was sunny. Now we got to worry about dying. Now our kids got to jump on the ground and duck because ninjas are in the streets shooting every day. You spend more time in the streets shooting guns than in college writing books and doing studies. All of these ninjas in the streets killing our kids. None of them at work. Why? Because they lazy. Lazy. None of these damn ninjas on the street had a damn job. No, they out in the street hustling. Chasing the ops. Notice, were they chasing the white man? No. Who the ops in the black community? Is it the white man? No, it's another black man. So you telling me that these men killed kids and the FBA community ain't saying and doing nothing? This is what I meant when I said, what are foundational black Americans doing for the black community? This is what I meant. But you got offended. So I got to bring out the receipts and show the truth. If you got a movement and you believe this is your lineage, well, those men on the streets that you see on the screen, those are foundational black Americans from the hood. And what are they doing? They not liberating their people. They killing their people. But you got a problem with me. You got dudes that are still going live. Still going live February 27th, and you still going live talking about me? Because you don't like the truth? You don't like the harsh criticism of a man speaking real talk. But yet, men can run the streets and kill kids and sell drugs and shoot through people's windows while they sleep, and you don't got a problem with that. Not doing no work. Where Tariq Nasheed? Did Tariq Nasheed go down to Atlanta and talk to mama? Give mama some flowers? Give her a few dollars? Give her a hug? And said that the FBA community is going to hold all these killers accountable and do what they got to do to bring awareness to the violence and the guns? Are you doing that? Are you mobilizing in these streets? You ain't doing no work. That's what I was focused on. But you got offended. And while you wasting your damn time talking about me, babies are dying.
Police now blame the deaths of 2 Atlanta teens last summer on a violent street gang in our community. Good evening. Thanks so much for joining us for Fox 5 News at 5. I'm Tom Haynes.
I'm Courtney Bryant. Just hours ago, APD announced they now have charged 7 people with the murders. Fox 5's Tyler Fingert is live at Atlanta Police headquarters to tell us what we're finding out. Tyler?
Yeah, Courtney, good evening to you. Investigators say 2 13-year-olds were innocent victims caught in a gang retaliation shooting while celebrating a birthday.
While celebrating a birthday, fam. Caught in between gang violence. You see this type of evil, man? This is what goes on in the black community every day, man. Every single day. We call ourselves brothers and sisters. Fam, there's no way. There's no way we could be brothers and sisters and we sitting back and people killing the kids every day. I don't see the white man doing this. I do not see the white man in the video. The white man is telling the news. The white man is reporting the news about what these ninjas are doing in the black community. And they do it every day. And this is what I was talking about when I made my videos in regards to FBA in terms of what is FBA doing for the black community. And everybody got mad with me. Well, now I'm showing you the truth.
The overall theme in this case is grown men playing gangster.
Grown men playing gangster. And now we got some innocent young boys dead. These young boys could have been inventors. They could have been entrepreneurs. Growing up, trying to live their life. Now they dead now. Ain't that something? Think about how they mama feel right now. How their daddy feel, knowing that their boy. You know how many fathers out there treasure their son? They see their son as gold. See their son, they raising their boy. Every time they see their son, they get happy. Now they got to bury their son. Ain't that something? I'm trying to make y'all understand the real deal. I'm trying to find out why is it that no one from none of these movements is focusing on doing anything about these crimes and the violence in the black community. Everybody want to talk about the white man this, oppression this. No, it's ninjas that are in the black community that are threatening, oppressing, and killing these kids. You understand? You had a ninja just yesterday that I had to check in my live stream. Ninja online with a bunch of other ninjas in a video incriminating themselves. Ninja brought some other ninja on the platform. You know what this ninja said, fam? And I got it all on tape. This ninja had somebody come online. Dude said, oh, we know where you live. We know where Ringo live. Which mean that the ninja that did the live stream is out there hiring people to pay me a visit. That's right, people. Got to make that very clear, fam. Your boy New Breed? Yeah, that man giving people my address. That's right. Got to make that public. So if anything pop off, just know that New Breed is out there doxing. That's right. Yep. It's been confirmed last night. Dude got on the air. A brother caught on, was running his mouth talking grimy, and then he kind of caught himself because he let the cat out the bag, and then New Breed basically tried to clean it up. Like, try to make it seem like, well, I didn't give nobody nothing. I didn't give you nothing, right? Nah, it's too late, fam. You already done incriminated yourself, bro. You incriminated yourself in a conspiracy. And it's on tape. Document it, and it will be used against you. Just thought I'd put that out there. But now let's get back to the tape, talking about these ninjas that are killing these kids. Black men supposed to be protecting the community from this kind of violence. But all of these gangs are out here killing these kids, and they're getting away with it, leaving a trail of blood, and no one cares. Candles all over the curves with balloons and flowers. Now we don't hear the laughter and the play of all these kids that we once heard. Another community rocked and shaken by the deaths. You see? And this is why I got to make my videos, because who else is going to do it? Who else is going to make these videos and speak the truth? You know? Yeah, he dumb as hell, fam. I got him on tape. I got him on tape. I got all the people that he had on the live stream on tape. You got their faces. Fam, I got everybody on tape. One other dude was shouting out his hood or wherever he lived. I'm like, you dudes is dumb. Y'all dumb. Y'all don't realize what social media is and the type of crimes you get connected to, all online, all in a video, all recorded for the feds. And it was all targeted towards a family man. Make that make sense. New Breed is officially a dummy. Literally, he's caught up. He was trying to clean it up. He was like, yeah, yo, I didn't give you nothing. No, you did. You did. Because you're the only one who know where I live. So you did. You did. And you caught. Oh, yeah, we got you. You ain't getting out of that one. There ain't no cleaning up. And this is why I keep telling you can't trust ninjas. I don't trust none of these damn ninjas. This is why you got to have your Second Amendment at all times. All times. See, the white man don't play in the South. In the South, the white man don't play with none of you ninjas. You don't ever hear about a so-called ninja trying to go toe-to-toe with a white man in the South. Never. Because a white man is sitting back waiting for you to try him and his family. Do you understand me? You go anywhere in the South, you won't hear nothing about a ninja trying to front on the white man. You will go in a box. But these ninjas out here violating our kids, killing our families, and this happens every single day in the hood. And you wondering why nobody want to live in the hood. You wondering why brothers and sisters are trying their best to save their coins to get up on out the hood. You got brothers and sisters out here trying to work overtime on their job so they could get their money right. So they can move as far from ninjas as they can because they can't live in peace. You got to deal with the jealousy. You got to deal with the constant envy. You got to deal with ninjas plotting. They watching what you drive. They pocket watching you. The same damn ninja that's out there doxing me. This ninja made a video talking about stop pocket watching and focus on your own bag. Dude is a hypocrite. Cause that's all he been doing to me. Is pocket watching, watching what I drive, watching where I live, watching what I wear. You can't trust a ninja. We need God, people. We need God in our lives. That's why we got so much problems. We forgot about God. So where is FBA to focus on these problems? Why New Breed ain't in Atlanta going to them streets to speak to the gangs? Why he ain't going down there to the hustlers since he in Atlanta? How come he ain't doing God's work in these streets? New Breed is in Atlanta. All he got to do is take a quick drive to the location. They showed the address on the screen. That's all he got to do. Talking about bringing awareness to this. Bring awareness to this. Bring awareness to this. You see? And little baby, we ain't forget about you because we know what you did. You lined them kids up. Yeah, that's right. You lined them kids up, little baby. You lined them up. You went down there to shoot a music video. And now some kids is dead. That's on your head, bro. Those bodies are on you. You caused that. You blood sacrificed them kids. You knew damn well what was going to go down. Because that was how you was going to promote the new song, right? Right? How do you sleep at night, dog? How do you sleep at night? Did you visit mama? Did you go visit the family? Did you pay for the funeral? Their kids is gone. Their kids is gone. Come on. What's going on with this? That's how we live it now as black people? It's all about killing one another? It's not about love? All this crime. You don't hear about none of this mess with ninjas. Let me go to the white man and do this mess. You know, let me go to the op. You don't want no smoke. The white man is at the gun range every day. The white man is target practicing every day in the South. Trust and believe me, I hear it all day. Every weekend. Why are they target practicing? For a ninja. Trust and believe that. They have a military in their damn house. A whole arsenal. Shotguns, AR-15s, you name it. Everything. Waiting for a ninja to violate. They're gonna make an example out of you. But what do these men do? They kill innocent kids that didn't do nothing to them. And that's what happens in the black community. People are dying that are innocent. Mothers are getting shot. Mothers are getting robbed and killed. And then some of these ninjas even violate these women sexually. Imagine that. You a black man. You a black man and you violating a woman? sexually? How could you violate a sister? How could you violate a sister at gunpoint? How could you do that? And we talking about, oh, the white man this and the white man. No, the black man is the enemy in the black community. The black man. Some of y'all don't like that tough talk, but it's the truth. You know it. Some of y'all in the hood, you go to work, you come home, you just try to mind your business. You don't want no issues. Some of you brothers, you probably went to the pen, did a bid, came home, you got a job, you're doing good, you're just trying to survive. You're like, look, fam, I don't want no issues, I don't want no problems, just leave me alone. Just leave me alone. I'm just trying to focus on my life. I don't want no issues, man. I do not want to go back to the pen. But then you got some damn ninja try you, and then you end up having to put them in a damn box. You see what I mean? That's why you got to make sure you're following the laws, bro. All you brothers that are on point, you got to make sure your paperwork is right. You got to make sure your paperwork is right. Got to make sure you're following the laws. Make sure you have your Second Amendment at all times. You see a ninja coming, doing some damn foolishness, and you with your kids, and he get out of pocket, he going in a box. Immediately. We got to get rid of that. You got to go. That's how it's supposed to be. I'm tired of these ninjas. Tired of them killing kids. Tired of them violating our women, breaking in houses, stealing cars, don't want to work, want to sell drugs to the community, but claim they your people. And then you got all these damn groups and ideologies on social media talking ish all day, but ain't nobody doing a damn thing in the community. Ain't nobody walking through the hood because they scared. You won't see none of these groups that be online being hostile and violent and aggressive. You won't see them go down to Atlanta. You won't see them go down to the hood where the gangs are and talk to the gangs and tell them to cease fire. Where is FBA in the black community? Up to now, nobody answered my question, man. All they do is get mad at me. Oh, he's a tether. He's a this. He's a that. All this dumb stuff while kids are dying. Real issues are happening right now. Real kids are dying. And none of these commentators on social media are in the streets, in the black community, making things right. None of them. But they're quick to say, well, why don't you go do it? Why don't you go do it, Ringo? Why don't you go? I'm not the one who said I got some damn movement. My job is to protect my house and my family. I'm not the one out here crying from the rooftop talking about, oh, I got this movement and I'm supportive of my people and what we doing in the streets and blah, blah, blah. Well, I asked you a question. What are you doing in the black community? I want to know. Because if somebody is getting paid from a movement and they not in them streets talking to them kids and talking to these adults and these gang members, then what is the benefit of that movement? Is it just to make money? Because kids are dying every day and it seems like nobody cares. You know? All these grown men are supposed to be talking to these kids as best as you can. Every grown man, anytime you have any interaction around kids, it's supposed to always be positive. Even if you a thug, even if you a gangster, even if you messed up your life, have felonies, did a bid, whatever the case is, anytime you around kids, you're supposed to stir them in the right direction. You're supposed to pull them to the side and say, bro, go upstairs now. Well, I gotta go upstairs. You go upstairs, man. It ain't safe out here right now. All right, I'm gonna go upstairs. You're supposed to talk to them. Tell them stay in school. Get off the block. Block is hot. When I was coming up in the game, you had a lot of killers around the corner. We all knew they were the drug dealers. Everybody knew that. But they had war. They had beef with different people. And I remember when we would be outside playing, before anything was to pop off, we would be in either arcade room, basketball court, whatever the case is. And it's somebody always dying at the basketball court. But then something happened. It's like if the thugs and the killers started to look out for the youth. It's like something happened. There was so much bloodshed and people dying. They started to tell us, go home. Don't be outside late. It's time for y'all to pack up. Hey, get out the arcade room now. Y'all go home, man. What y'all doing out here at this time? Go home. They used to literally regulate the situation. And then it's like every time they would tell us to go home, a body was outside. Somebody got shot. So I recognized what they were doing. They were looking out for us. They were trying to keep us out of harm's way. They knew they were doing dirt. They knew they were living foul. But they say, you know what? We know we living foul. We know we doing dirt. We ain't trying to take y'all out with us. Some people, they live their life. They on edge. They committing crimes, but they're not trying to take out no kids. They don't want that on their conscience. So they were telling us, go upstairs. Go in your house, bro. And we listen. Because back then, you had to listen to your elders. You had to listen to the OGs. You had to listen to anybody that was older than you. They were like big brothers and uncles, and you just had to pay attention. And even though they were thugs and they were in them streets selling drugs and all that other stuff, a lot of the kids respected them. A lot of the kids wanted to be like them. And they would tell the youth, nah, go back to school. You don't want to do what I do. That's the era I came up in. Today's era is different. Who talking to these kids now? Who's protecting these kids in the hood? I thought the hood was supposed to protect the kids. I thought the hood was all about protecting the women and the kids. I thought that's how it was. I thought it was about, if anybody even dare violate any kid, they going in a box. If anybody harm a woman and we find out it's a problem, doesn't matter who it is. Everybody knew that back in the day. If anybody violate in any way, anybody's daughter, sister, cousin, female, whatever, it's a problem. Today, I don't know what's going on now. You got dudes fighting women now. And I know a woman shouldn't put her hands on a man. But at the end of the day, it's a whole different time. Nobody's protecting the kids in the streets. The gang violence, it's like the gangs don't even care. They pull out their guns and start shooting. And the kids is right there, babies, in the strollers. And they shooting. They shooting these damn 9mm and all this Glock this and that. And they don't even have no damn control of the gun. So them bullets is damn near scattering all over the place. It's not hitting no target, it's hitting the kids. And you know a ninja don't even know how to shoot. He turned his face when he pulled the trigger. And then he ended up killing somebody's damn baby. You know how many times we hear stories about this? Newborn babies dead. Mama was walking down the street with the baby. You know how that mama must feel? Imagine that. Imagine the pain. Imagine the pain of seeing your baby dead in a stroller and you were just walking down the street coming from the store. And then these ninjas don't even have the decency to turn themselves in. They just hide. And then they come outside and they know damn well they the one that killed your baby. And they'll come smile at your face and be like, oh, I'm sorry for your loss. And damn, bro, that's messed up, man. And now little baby's caught up now. He's caught up. The feds is on to him. A lot of rappers be doing this, man. And sometimes in the hood, they don't be wanting rappers to come through to shoot no damn video. You know? It's one thing if you grew up there. Maybe he grew up where he grew up. I don't know. But my point is this. If I got bread and I got this, I'm not going where the gangs are, bro. I'm not going to influence no damn violence. And that's what Lil Baby did, bro. Him going out there was the reason why these kids end up dead. You got all this money. You know how many damn places you could go to do rap songs? That's why I keep telling you, man. There needs to be a damn fee to come back to the hood to shoot a video, dog. All you cats in the hood need to make money off these damn rappers when they come to the projects, when they come to the streets. Nah, fam, you gotta pay up. You can't come to the block to put, nah. Hey, yo, take them damn cameras down. Ain't no music video going on here. Y'all gotta pay, bro. These our streets over here. Y'all coming over here to benefit. Y'all don't live here, but you trying to shoot here? Nah, you wildin'. You don't live here, dog. You live in a nice mansion, driving nice cars. You come to the hood to shoot a music video because you know this is a historical place. It might be impoverished. It might be poverty. We might live in the slums. It might be gang violence and all this other stuff. But I tell you what, it make your videos look dope, right? It make you look like you from the block, right? But you're not out here. So y'all got to charge a tax. All you brothers in the hood, y'all got to learn economics. It's a capitalistic society. When these brothers come to the hood talking about they shooting music videos, all the OGs, all the brothers in the hood got to gather the troops and pull up. Be like, yo, you got to pay a fee. You got to pay the block in order to shoot here. Period. And it got to be all about respect. And the rapper got to pay. Ain't none of that, oh, we just showing love. No, ninja, you got to pay. Because it's your video and it's on our block. If anything go down, if any kids get hurt, you paying up, dog. That's right. You ain't gonna come over here with all this noise and then babies are dying and then mama ain't getting her compensation. Mama ain't getting paid. Did Lil Baby pay for the funeral? Did he compensate mama for her loss? So he just gonna do what he gotta do his music video. The babies are dying and he get to go home? Nah. Somebody gotta pay. And then you got these animals right here. All of these monsters responsible for these babies dead. They didn't even know they were gonna die. Them kids did not know they were gonna die. They were only 13 for about 20 minutes. Come on now. Fam, when I was in New York, in the projects, I remember it was this one situation where a dude tried to come to Brownsville projects, right? And they were trying to set up shop, trying to do a music video. You know what the hood did? The hood packed them up. Dude clearly don't belong there. He not from around the way. It's one thing if you from the block and you doing a video. We all know who you are. So it's all love. Matter of fact, we all in the video. But the dude that came there, he don't live there. He don't belong there. And he never showed no respect. He just pulled up with his crew, set up the cameras, got the lighting equipment. Dudes came out the projects, was like, what the fuck is going on here? Hey, yo, pack that up, dog. Pack that up, man. What are you doing here? Pack them dudes up, fam. And you know what happened after they were left? And they didn't violate them like that. But they regulated that situation because it was disrespectful. It's right in front of their damn project building. And the thing is, there's one rule you got to know about the hood. If you ain't going to show no respect, you got to go. One of the dudes that was in the project while he was talking to his people. He was like, yo, all they had to do is just pull up, introduce themselves, say what it is they trying to do, and we'll give them that green light. That's called business. It's called respect, and it's called business. Because here's the thing, you in front of my building. And you know in the streets, they hustling. You doing videos, you bringing awareness to that project building. So you got to look at this thing from a greater understanding. They got the project building, the number of the building, the neighborhood, and it's all on social media and a video. Nah. You got to let the people decide. If you go to the hood, let the people decide if they want you to be there to do whatever you're going to do. If you shooting music videos, movies, it should be the people that let you know, oh, we giving them the green light. Let these people then come to the hood, shooting their videos and doing what they doing. Y'all ain't making no bread. Nah. Everybody got to eat. Everybody got to eat. You got to do something for the projects. You want to shoot that music video? Okay, cool. You got to do something for these streets. Straight up. We'll leave you alone. Matter of fact, you protect it. Everything is good, but you got to do something for these kids. You got to do something for these kids. All these kids in the building, we need for you to do something for these kids today. Y'all got to regulate that situation. Y'all got that power, right? You in the hood, you in the streets. That's all you got to do. Did Lil Baby do that? No. Instead, some kids are dead. Did Lil Baby speak on the situation? Did he speak on it? He know about it. He know about it now. He know about it now because he know, according to an arrest warrant, it confirms that the rapper has connection to the boy's murder. So, hey, it is what it is, man. You know? Let me go back to that news report, see what they're saying. Then we're going to wrap up the show. We're going to try to keep it just as 1 hour. We about at the 56-minute mark. We'll be here about 4 more minutes.
Atlanta police say these are the innocent faces of gang violence in Atlanta. 2 of them, 13-year-old boys Jacody Davis and Lamont Freeman, were killed. And 11-year-old Dontavius Davis was wounded last July in a shooting on Spark Street. APD says Freeman was killed on his 13th birthday.
Lamont Freeman was allowed to be a 13-year-old for 27 minutes.
Allowed to be a 13-year-old for 20-something minutes, guys. Imagine how crazy that is, fam. Boy just turned teenager, fam. Just turned a teenager.
Before gang violence ultimately took his life.
During an afternoon news conference, investigators blamed the deadly shooting on a local rapper.
On a local rapper. A local rapper. Who that local rapper, fam? That's Lil Baby. They blamed it on him, fam. So what the streets are saying? What is FBA saying about this? Because this is a real issue in the streets. This is what I want to know. What are y'all going to do about these situations so it don't happen again? Because this is what our people do all the time. All we do is kill one another. It's like we're happy to fight and kill each other. It's like it's in our blood. You know what I mean? All this aggression and hostility towards each other. Why is it that we have gangs? And why is it that they're killing one another? Last time I checked, back in the days, the gangs kept the community safe. That's what the gangs did back in the days. They kept the community safe. They protected the community. Today's gangs kill each other. That don't even make no damn sense.
They said the attack was in retaliation for the rapper entering a rival gang's territory to film a music video.
In the subsequent days, we saw homicides and shootings, and ultimately the deaths of 2 children as a result of his cowardly actions. And you know who you are.
And you know who you are. Who he was talking to. He was talking to Lil Baby. You see that? He ain't mentioned his name, but he was talking to Lil Baby. Now, for those of you that don't understand sneak dissing, right? That would be considered a sneak diss because he said what he said and we all know who he's talking about, right? He just didn't say the name because a lot of times on social media, you got people that be talking about you, but they don't say your name. They sneak diss. But that was a clear example. So now look, Sparks, let me see. I can't really see the name. But it's, I don't know. Those of you that are in Atlanta, you would probably know. But at the end of the day, where is FBA to go to this area and find out what's going on? Perhaps speak to the residents. Let them know that you guys are bringing awareness to the situations, and you're going to do a lot of community work in order to bring awareness to the stop of gun violence and gang violence, to help the neighbors and the community be safe so that their kids can actually play. These kids were celebrating and end up dead.
Authorities say a high-ranking member of the Goodfellas gang who was incarcerated orchestrated the attack using a smuggled cell phone.
Think about that. The Goodfellas, what? The Goodfellas gang killing kids? The Goodfellas gang are killing the kids now.
Following those instructions, the suspects opened fire at an apartment complex.
At an apartment complex. So I think it would be safe to say it's the hood, possibly the projects. I don't know how it is in Atlanta, how that situation is set up. Maybe a duplex apartment complex, but they started open fire. And they didn't watch their surroundings, and the kids were outside playing.
Where the three young teens were gathered to celebrate Freeman's birthday. Police say they weren't the targets.
These kids were innocent victims. So when we talk about the gang involvement, these two 13-year-olds and this 11-year-old, they didn't have a gang involvement.
Those arrested were identified as Keontae Sanders, Richard Hollis, Reginald Thomas, DeKeithion Mobley, Marcus Crawford, Tradon Crawford, and Allie Caldwell. The final two were arrested Tuesday. Police had some tough talk for those responsible.
Goodfellas criminal street gang being one of the most hyper-violent gangs in the city of Atlanta, and we will pursue you relentlessly in making sure that we keep this city safe. And
see, it's not that the law enforcement supposed to do their jobs. I get it, but it's really the black men in these communities that supposed to keep the community safe, right? If the black men, all the fathers, all the OGs, if they doing their job, the community is going to be safe automatically. But see, they're not doing their job. The cops cannot keep no one safe. That's why you have to make sure that you in a Second Amendment state so that you could keep yourself safe, because you're really the law enforcement in your community. Think about this. If every black man in the hood, in the streets, wherever you live, are doing their job, staying on their posts, keeping an eye on the streets, making sure everybody's safe, doing what they got to do, and we all doing our part as men, ain't nobody coming in that community with nothing, or else they leaving in a box. When you have a tightly knit community where everybody is on code, ain't nobody trying to front on nobody. That's how it's supposed to be. But when you in the black community, there's so much hatred, jealousy. How many of you live in these streets, in these hoods, or live in a predominantly black community, even if you live in a community that is nice, and you got ninjas that are jealous, hating, plotting? It don't supposed to be like that. A community is supposed to be just that, a community where it's safe for everybody to live and just enjoy their life, and their kids can grow up in peace. You know? That's just the way a community is supposed to be run. So why is it that black kids are not safe in the black community when they're not even around white folk? Because for a long time, we've been taught that the white man is the enemy. I learned a long time ago that the black man is the enemy. That's what I learned. Now, I know we got white racists and white folk that don't like us, but hey, I'm not going to sit here being emotional and be stupid. All of the crime, all of the violence, and everything I have ever saw in my entire life have come from black men. I've seen more shootings, killings, and bodies, and it's all done by black men. You understand? And it's over nothing. Petty stuff, stupid stuff. Taking lives. Well, I didn't like what he said, so I want to kill him. I didn't like the fact that he bought some interesting items, so I'm going to try to rob him. And then when you try to rob him, you risking your life, and then you end up dying over some materials. Because you too lazy to go to work. You too lazy to hustle. You're too lazy to do what you need to do. So you want to take another black man's goods because you mad that he's able to work to get what's his. No, that black man went to work. He got up in the morning. He did what he had to do, and he struggled to get where he is right now. How you going to hate on him and try to rob him for his goods because you sorry and lazy and want to live with a woman in her house? I don't got no time to be worrying about what the white man doing when the black man out here killing these kids. So if we're going to talk about anything on how we can uplift the community, we're going to have to get rid of all of these damn demons that are out here in these streets. You got to call them out, point them out, and we got to pack them up. The murderers, the killers, the drug dealers, all of the gangs, all of that shit gots to go. But when you look at all of these movements on social media, all of these groups that everybody claim they are part of, how come they don't go to Atlanta and pack up all those gangs and shut it down? Remember I said in my videos, do FBA have a military? Do FBA have a police force? Remember I said that? Well, now you see and you can connect the dots. This is what I mean. When you really have power and you are mobilized and connected, you can pull up and make change and make things happen by force. In other words, ain't gonna be no gangs in these streets no more. Or y'all going in boxes. You know what I mean? Remember the film with Clint Eastwood? I can't remember the name, but a very popular Western film, and he was about to go take out some of those the rival guys, and he told the dude that built the coffins, the boxes, he said, gonna need about four or five boxes. Very, very popular Western. I like that film because he told him to prepare some boxes. That's where I get the term, you going in a box. You know what I mean? He killed the dudes and he came back and he had to tell the guy, I think you got to put one more, an extra box. These guys belong in boxes for killing them kids. We got to stop sending them to the penitentiary. We got to put them in boxes. There got to be new laws, fam. You can't rehabilitate demons. Look, guys, we gotta stop playing. There gotta be laws that when you take the lives of kids and innocent women, you gotta go in a box, no penitentiary. In other words, once you take the life of somebody's kids, let me tell you how the law gotta be. The law of the land. The way the law of the land gotta be, when you take the life of innocent kids or women or anybody, but my point is I'm trying to focus on them kids. If you take the life of kids, the way the law's supposed to be is you're supposed to go in a box. But the way this thing works is you get to take these damn animals to the gun range and you put them in there and you take them out. That's how it's supposed to be. So that you could give mama her justice. Give mama the opportunity to take back what was hers by taking out this damn demon. That is how the punishment must be. Because when you take these monsters and you put them inside that gun range, and mama get to go pick up that damn gun and point it, and he see down the barrel of that gun, and he know that death is coming. He gets to think, and the last thing he seen on this earth was mama's pain as she sends him to hell. That's justice. Y'all ever see those movies where you have a killer who did dirt and the actor finds him and then he's about to kill him and he say, "Look at me, look at me." And then when he looked, then he points the gun and take him out. Why? So that's the last thing he saw when he was on earth. In other words, while he's in transition, leaving the world, his last vision, his last memory was basically seeing that gun. That's how it's supposed to be. Capital punishment for criminals that take the lives of kids. That gots to be the law. I'm tired of seeing ninjas going to prison for murdering kids and then they end up doing a bid and then coming out later on in life. Nah, you can't come out, man. You can't come out, bro. Why? Listen, why put them in prison wasting taxpayer dollars? This is what I don't understand. Why put them in prison wasting taxpayer dollars, keeping them alive only to commit more crimes in prison? It don't make no sense. I believe that you got to bring back the death penalty, capital punishment, and there needs to be a situation where the family can execute that judgment legally by law. We're talking about by law because it's a harsh reality. It's a harsh thing to lose your kids. It's a lot of pain. So to execute judgment is going to bring not necessarily the child back, but it'll give you a sense of justice, knowing that you had the opportunity to look in the eye of the killer of your children, and you were able to take them out lawfully and know that the law, the community, and all of us are backing with you. That's how it's supposed to go down. Not only that, it is broadcast on TV. Why broadcast? To send a message that if you take the life of kids, innocent kids, women, you're going to be put to death. Do you understand me? And it's going to put fear in the hearts of ninjas or any man, no matter your ethnic background, to not ever think about doing that, or you're going to face that judgment. I guarantee you crime rate will go down. Look at these men. Do they look like they up to any good? Would you hire them for a job? Would you? I wouldn't. I wouldn't. As soon as I look at them, I'm on edge, waiting. They already look like they plotting. They look like they plotting already. Just by the photos, they look like they plotting. It's crazy, right? This is wild, man. Absolutely crazy, fam. Did I forget somebody's super chat? My bad. I have to go back and see if I can pull that up so I can shout out these super chats. You know what I mean? Let me see. Gotta make sure I salute the people that rock with the platform. Make sure y'all hit that like button and subscribe if you're not subscribed already. Talking about a situation where a little baby is pretty much caught up in a situation where it may end up taking his freedom too. You know? They may end up putting some charge on him for some sort of involvement with this situation. Because if he would have never went down there, this wouldn't have happened. This would have never happened, dog. You know? But this is what's happening, man, in these streets because nobody's protecting the kids. No one is protecting the kids, man. So that was Rollo's comment. Let me see. That was Rollo's comment. He said, salute to Floridine Rollo for the support. I believe it was Rollo. I don't see no others. Because it says that somebody supported. I think it was. It said $30. Says me, let me support again. Big up. Time to win. Let's go. Was that the comment? Did you recently post that? Oh, let me see. I'm not sure. I'm not sure if that's the comment, but shout out to whoever that was that supported. I was in my zone speaking. You know how that go. But I think it was Rollo. I'm not sure. Or maybe that was from yesterday. I know I shouted out Trending and Dr. Ray Ray's. I think that probably was Rollo's, I guess. But yeah, man, the black community, bro. We got to really get things right, man. We got to get things right, man. Shout out to Chef for the membership. Let me see. Somebody said, where that comment? I just saw it. It was a good comment. Okay, so SB Moore said, I agree. Send them prisons outside America. Bet they get their act together. Yeah, that's a good one. That's a good one. I forgot about that because that's what Trump is doing. He's sending people to, I believe, was it Venezuela? Is it Venezuela that Trump said he's sending a lot of cats? I think it is. I'm not sure. But yeah, send them to a prison outside of America where they're going to have harsh treatment and really struggle. I understand the whole purpose for prison. It's really so you could suffer. That's what it's really for. But the thing is that I don't like is that these places are funded and it's like we basically paying to keep people alive in prison. I don't agree with that. Nah, man. Forget that, man. You out here killing kids. You deserve to suffer, man. I don't care about you. But he not playing. He packing everybody up. ICE is out there packing up people. I seen one video of a woman crying, saying they took her husband, packed him up, basically deporting him. He'd been in the country like 20 years, but they packed him up. It's El Salvador? Oh, okay. El Salvador. I'm gonna look it up. I'm gonna look it up to find out how the prisons are over there because Trump said he's gonna be paying a fee so that they can keep these prisoners out there. I'm not talking about no petty crime. I'm talking about violations of kids and women from these gang members and anybody out there that's just doing dirt. They deserve to be either in a harsh environment or put to death, bro. Like, I don't have no love for them, bro. Like, for real. No reconciliation, nothing. I don't care. You killing kids, young 13-year-old kids, just celebrating their birthday and they dead? Nah, you got to go. No forgiveness, too. And I'm not praying for you. But Ringo, the Bible says X, Y, and Z. Fam, you kill any kids, ain't no prayers going up for you, dog. What are you talking about? We spitting on your grave, man. Are you kidding me? See, a lot of people get everything mixed up. They want to become Christians overnight. I don't want to hear that. You violate kids, you got to go. You got to go. Ain't no forgiveness for that. You don't think God know the anger a parent gonna have? You don't think he know? You don't think he understand that pain? You don't think he understand that I'm justified in my anger towards you? You bugging, fam. Anybody that lost a child. I've seen and heard all these stories, man. I seen people set kids up. That's why you got to watch your back. When people call you on the phone and say, hey, yo, bro, hey, yo, come outside, man. So-and-so here, man. I want you to meet him real quick. Don't go outside, dog. Don't go outside. They lining you up. Don't do it. Seen people die that way, man. Seen people come home from work and then some of their people call them outside and they end up dead. Real truth. They didn't know they were going to die. And it's always a ninja trying to line you up. That's why you got to limit your friends, dog. Listen, if you have too many people that know you, that's how you get set up. You ain't know that? The more people who know you, the more likely they can set you up. And you won't know who's setting you up because you know too many people. You got to limit your friends. You got to limit the people that you have around you. Limit it down to about 1 or 2, 3 the most. But for the most part, just 1. That way, if anything go down, you know who did it. Because ain't nobody else could know anything about you because they never been around you. But if everybody's around you, around your crib, job, they know where you work, it's going to be very difficult to understand who's plotting. You know? So we're going to get up on out of here, man. I went over my time limit. Video is supposed to only be 1 hour. But y'all stay blessed. I really want to know what the FBA going to say about the black on black violence and how they're going to do what they need to do to clean up the community rather than focusing on the white man and what the white man going to do. Because in the black community, we can't focus on waiting for the white man to do anything. The white man doing what he got to do for his community. If you go to the white community, the white man is doing his job. This is what you don't understand. This is what the black man just don't get. As so-called black people, as so-called folks who claim your so-called lineage in America, what you got to understand is that the white man has always been protecting his community. He protect his community from ninjas. I'm giving you the facts. I know it's kind of rough, but at the end of the day, I just got to keep it a buck. That's why when a black man move in, the white man is kind of looking sideways because, I mean, he know you moving in, but you black. So it's like he got to know who you are. He got to see, are you like the ninjas? Or are you a civilized human being? So he's on edge. You got to understand that. Now, I'm trying to give you the game on how it is in the streets when it comes to community. The white man is always on code with one another when it comes to protecting the community, the women and the kids. You may not see it, but they're on code. They all know what's going on. They all know who's who in the community. They know who Bob is. They know who Gary is. They know who's who. When you move in, they don't know you, so they got to keep their eye on you. It doesn't mean necessarily that they racist. Nah, it mean that they trying to make sure the community's safe to see if you gonna be on code. You know what I mean? Doesn't matter if you black or white. It's just all about, I want to make sure that you on code too, that my kids are safe around you and your kids safe around me. That's all it is. Once they know that you official and they know, okay, you a family man, you about your kids, you staying out of trouble, we don't hear no drama, no arguments, no fighting. Okay, all right, cool. He good. Hey, yo, Jim Bob, he good. He's good. He good. Everything good. He on code. He one of us. And now they don't look at you the same. So in the black community, if you live around predominantly black community, where's the code? The code to recognize that the kids are going to be safe and we know how you move. We supposed to know how each other move in the black community. We supposed to know. There got to be a level of code. You can't be out here shooting guns. Can't be out here doing that. Out here where I'm at, people walk around with their gun all day. They'll be working and have their gun on their side. You see them walking with rifles. Do you understand me? Ain't nobody trying to do nothing. Ain't nobody trying to be gangster. That's why I always like Western films. Because in Western films, everybody had a gun. But there was respect in the community. We didn't just walk around with guns and start shooting people for no reason. No, when you got out of line and you crossed that path, then you got dealt with. You understand? But in the hood, when black men get guns, they just start killing and shooting one another for no reason. Like there's no reason. Why are you wasting bullets killing one another for no reason? You make people nervous. So now people that really got guns, it's like you give the Second Amendment a bad name. That's why they be passing all these laws. And that's why states that have better gun laws, people flock to those states to live. Because that's a sense of freedom, knowing that you can bear arms. But when you got lunatics running around with guns because it's easy to get, and they don't know how to be a responsible gun owner, they out here just shooting anybody, killing, and just doing wild, crazy stuff. And it's man, it's just bad, man. It's really bad. It's not for entertainment. But in the streets, listen, when black people get guns, they don't know how to move. They be acting like you know, like they going outside to shoot somebody for no reason. They talk. They'll brandish weapons. We're not talking about you a open carry person. We're not talking about that. We're talking about you'll see them in videos holding guns and talking this and just acting stupid. And all that does, it just sends negative energy your way. You know? You got to be responsible, man. Little baby got an answer for this one, man. We got to pull his file, find out what's going on. These kids were put to death. It could have been a blood sacrifice. It could have been orchestrated. They saying they weren't the target, but how did they get killed if they weren't the target? Who were they shooting at? Obviously, it was the kids. There was nobody else there. So what's going on? Were they shooting in somebody's windows? Somebody's crib? Where is little baby to give a statement on what's going on? Because I don't see no statements. Where's the cancel culture? You know? They want to cancel me for speaking the truth. How you going to cancel what God put here? You can't cancel what is blessed. You supposed to be canceling the damn devil from the black community. That's who you supposed to cancel. Imagine you want to cancel a man for speaking the truth. You wildin'. Well, he better be scared. 2 kids are dead. And I know he know what it is. And he been knew and it been on his conscience. But now that warrant is out. So they gonna bring him in. He gonna have to turn himself in because it is what it is. They want to question him. You know? It's like all these rappers, man, they make money and it's like they can't escape it's like they can't escape the hood. And they always get caught up. Whatever happened to just get your money and just live good, bruh? I just can't understand how these rappers could be making millions of dollars and be in all of this drama. You know? You said his money might save him? Probably. You know, it saved, what's the other brother? The other brother that was with, what's this, Rihanna, I believe. What's that dude? He just got off the case. The other rapper. You know? He got off the case. Yeah, ASAP Rocky. He just got cleared. You know, so he free. It is what it is. If he would have been guilty, he would have been done. So now it's like after one rapper get off, now another rapper about to go on the frying pan now. You saying Chris Brown? Let me see. I'm not talking about Chris Brown with that beating stuff with Rihanna, not that. I was talking about ASAP Rocky. But I appreciate you putting out the names though. It was ASAP Rocky that got off the case. I know he was sweating bullets when his judgment was pretty much passed down. You know? It's crazy, man. So, hey, we're going to get up on out of here. We're going to be back later with more content. Got to protect these kids in the community. The black community needs to be cleaned up, man. We got too many voices on social media talking shit all day. And these voices are not in these streets really making a difference. You know, they just online complaining, talking about this and talking about that, but there's no grassroots effort to make change in the community. So again, I posed the question to FBA and them folks that had issues with me. You wasting your time hating a brother like me. You wasting your time. And if you watch my video that I did the other day, that 9-hour video, it answered all your questions. All your questions that y'all been having. Y'all been slandering my name, talking a lot of garbage. And while you doing that, you got babies out here getting killed. Bodies are dropping. And I don't see nobody doing nothing about it. So take some of that energy that you got and apply it to the black community so that the gun violence can end. And if it don't end, it also confirms what I told you, that we need God. So in closing, I'm going to say this, guys. We need God in our life. Some of y'all don't like to hear that term because you're not a believer. But I'm here to tell you, we need God. We need to repent of our sins and get right with the Creator, because the gang violence and the shootings and the killings, I know a lot of you tired of it. Some of you brothers that are thugs in the streets, you really don't want to be that way, but it's like you're a product of your environment. So it's like you gotta conform to the streets. I get it. But look what it's doing to you. It's leading you to death. Some of you young brothers, you got shot already. you know? And you're living on edge right now. You got to look around. You got to watch your back. You're tired of living like that. You feel like you're going to die the next day. It's not a good way to live. Some of you got problems and beef that you had about 5-6 years ago, and you're hoping that it went all away. But you know in the back of your mind, the ops might still be holding that grudge. So it's like you're on edge all day thinking, worrying. Will they come back for me? Will they try to take me out? You know? It's crazy, man. We can't continue living like this, man. Can't continue living like that. That's why you got to really, you know, focus on your purpose and stay out of the drama. You're going to still have haters. Haters are going to always hate you, fam. There's going to always be haters, man. You can't run from that. You're going to have haters. People that plot, even when you're not doing nothing, they're going to plot, try to take you out, all sorts of stuff. That's why you got to be ready to put them in a box. But we got to protect these kids, man. Protect these kids, protect these women. If every man is doing his part, we should be good. The black community need to learn how to police itself and stop waiting for the white man or some policeman to do the policing. You police your own community. That's how it's supposed to be, the black man. I'm speaking to black men because this is a black issue. But if you're a white man and you're watching, I pretty much know you understand what you got to do as a man in the community you live in. As long as you're doing your part and every man is doing his part and y'all all on code, nobody can't come in your community to do any dirt because, you know, they're going to have to deal with all of the men in the community. And that's something nobody don't want. You see about 15, 35 men in the community pull up on you and they all bearing arms and they got bats and knives and they're going to deal with you. It's not going to be a little fun game at the park, man. You know, there's serious consequences for these actions, man. So we need to bring back the policing in the black community, rid the black community of gang violence, gangs itself. But like, nah, no more gangs in the community. Y'all been evicted. You know? But see, in the black community, we got to stop all this nonsense. It's like, y'all know who the gang members are. Y'all know who they are. Y'all don't say nothing. So I'm trying to figure this out. If you're FBA and you know who the gangs are in the community, are you doing something about it to make sure that the community is safe? These are real questions and it needs real answers. So get out of your fee-fees and focus on the content of what I'm talking about. If you're FBA and you live in the black community, predominantly black, and there's violence, how do you handle those situations as FBA? Are you outside in the streets preaching? Are you teaching? Are you witnessing to the thugs to try to get them to understand that the gun violence is harming the life of our people? What exactly are you doing? You know? That's all I'm asking. So, hey, we'll be back later on more content. Ringo TV reactions. Y'all take care. And I'm out. Peace and blessings to the mods in the chat. We out of here. Peace.
If you like our content, consider supporting via Cash App at $Ringo TV Raw. Become a patron on patreon.com for exclusive video content not shown on YouTube. You could also support through PayPal at paypal.me/RingoTVRaw. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and click the bell to be notified of new content. Follow me on Instagram at RingoTVRaw.
This is Ringo TV Reactions, the only channel on YouTube bringing you the truth, 100% raw and uncut. I'm out. Peace.